In the shadow of ancient landscapes and under a sky heavy with foreboding clouds, a silent drama unfolds, one that challenges our deepest assumptions about nature's most misunderstood scavenger. For centuries, stories and folklore have cast vultures as harbingers of death, ominous specters circling above the remnants of life. Can I say, is it possible that a creature we despise could also be a champion? In these opening moments, as the dark imagery of decaying carrion and desolate vistas gives way to the resolute gaze of a lone vulture soaring above rugged cliffs, we are invited to rethink the role of these formidable birds. Are they the ghoul of grim mythology, or do they stand as vital stewards of our ecosystems? This documentary peels back layers of fear and misconception to unveil a profound truth. Vultures are not nature's outcasts, but rather indispensable custodians of environmental health and sustainability. Our journey begins in a world often overlooked. Amid swirling dust and the broken remnants of nature's cycles, vultures perform an unsung yet critical service. They are nature's dedicated waste management specialists, equipped with remarkable adaptations forged over countless generations. With eyes that pierce the horizon and stomachs so acidic they neutralize decay, these birds transform what we shudder at into an essential act of renewal. As we watch their powerful wings carve patterns across an expansive sky, we understand that each sweeping flight is not a forewarning of doom, but an indispensable process that prevents disasters on an unimaginable scale. In stark contrast to their menacing portrayal in popular culture, these creatures exhibit a quiet nobility that commands respect. Their dark, imposing feathers and relentless vigilance are often misinterpreted as omens of ill fortune. Yet, in their role as nature's meticulous cleaners, they curb the spread of deadly diseases. In environments where their presence has dwindled, the ecological consequences have been both startling and tragic. Imagine a world devoid of these guardians. Rising numbers of feral dogs, an explosion of disease from unattended carcasses, and an inevitable collapse of the delicate balance sustaining life. What we once perceived as a symbol of death is, in fact, a sentinel of life and stability. As the camera slowly shifts from stark, ominous imagery to scenes of vibrant natural cycles, we transition into an in-depth exploration of the vulture's fascinating biology and behavior. Every detail unfolds like pages of an ancient tome, from the lethal efficacy of their digestive systems to their uncanny ability to detect a meal from miles away. The narrative gently guides us away from long-standing superstitions and into an enlightened view rooted in scientific understanding. Vultures are superbly evolved. Their highly acidic stomachs function as nature's own sterilizers, neutralizing dangerous pathogens including anthrax and rabies. This remarkable adaptation not only ensures their survival but also acts as a protective barrier for entire ecosystems. Witness the elegant genius of evolution in action, a creature born of necessity, meticulously honed by nature's relentless challenges. In surreal visuals, we watch vultures gathering above a freshly abandoned carcass. In this raw theater of life and death, their soaring silhouettes compose a visual sonnet dedicated to the cycle of renewal. Each beat of their wings serves as a silent declaration of purpose, a powerful reminder that every element in nature plays an irreplaceable role in the grand tapestry of life. And yet, even as we celebrate these specialized custodians, a darker narrative begins to emerge. The second act of our journey brings us face to face with conflict, the manifold human-induced threats jeopardizing these essential birds. The landscapes that once nurtured thriving vulture populations are being reshaped by our unbridled progress. Poisoning incidents, whether inadvertent or deliberate, are on the rise as toxic substances seep into the food chain that sustains these scavengers. In many regions, veterinary drugs and poisoned carcasses intended as means of predator management or pest control have decimated vulture populations, leaving ecosystems perilously unbalanced. We observe scenes of barren roosting sites where once thrived communal flocks now echo with an eerie silence. The dramatic decline of these birds is not merely a loss for nature, it is a stark, urgent call to acknowledge the unintended consequences of our interference. In India, the precipitous fall in vulture numbers ignited a crisis. An explosion of feral dogs ensued, leading to a significant surge in rabies cases that tragically claimed thousands of lives. This cascade of ecological imbalance is a somber testament to how the neglect of one species can set off disastrous ripples through entire communities. Delving deeper, the narrative unravels the scientific foundation of this ecological domino effect. Picture a delicate balance where every creature is interdependent. The vulture, by dutifully consuming carrion, prevents outbreaks of diseases that could devastate wildlife and human populations alike. In the absence of these vigilant cleaners, decaying remains become fertile ground for harmful bacteria, viruses, and pests that multiply unchecked. This chain reaction, a collapse of a system built on interwoven relationships, underscores the vital function vultures serve in maintaining ecological equilibrium. The grim tableau of disease and environmental decay forces us to reflect on the profound impact of our actions and the urgent need for change. Amid this overwhelming conflict, threads of hope begin to weave through the tapestry of our story. As crises mount, conservationists and local communities rise to the challenge, determined to restore the balance once taken for granted. The narrative gradually transitions into a stirring portrayal of human ingenuity and compassion. In poignant scenes, illuminated by the light of possibility, experts unveil innovative measures designed to revive dwindling vulture populations. Conservation strategies now embrace a multifaceted approach, reintroducing rehabilitated birds into the wild, establishing protected sanctuaries, and launching community-led awareness campaigns that challenge entrenched perceptions. In South Africa, a heartening initiative sees rehabilitated vultures released into the wild, their soaring figures reclaiming expansive skies as powerful symbols of nature's resilience. In Spain, integrated management programs capitalize on the natural efficiency of vultures in carcass disposal, promising not only substantial environmental benefits, but also impressive economic returns. Imagine saving millions of dollars annually while simultaneously reducing thousands of metric tons of harmful greenhouse gas emissions. This is the promise of embracing nature's balance. These success stories, born of collaborative efforts among governments, scientists, and local communities, serve as luminous beacons guiding us toward a more sustainable future. The narrative shifts once again to a cultural and educational renaissance. Across continents, innovative educational programs are debunking the myths that have long cloaked vultures in mystery and fear. Institutions in Los Angeles, as well as zoological gardens around the world, have transformed their exhibits into immersive journeys that reveal the overlooked marvels of these birds. Visitors learn how vultures have shed their dark reputations to emerge as champions of ecological health, vital cogs in the machinery of nature's recycling process. This evolving perspective, rooted in robust scientific evidence and enriched by cultural renewal, urges society to recognize these birds as integral contributors to a healthy environment rather than as mere specters of decay. These educational and cultural efforts resonate deeply when placed alongside powerful historical narratives. Indigenous cultures have long revered birds of prey as sacred, symbols of freedom and rejuvenation. In the lofty Andes, the Andean condor is celebrated not only as a scavenger, but also as a majestic emblem of the mountains and the enduring spirit of life. Today, as modern conservation intersects with ancient wisdom, these narratives converge to form a rich, multifaceted understanding of the vulture's role in the natural world. The convergence of the old and the new provides us with a deeper appreciation, one that transcends superficial judgments and speaks directly to our collective responsibility. As we press forward, our exploration extends into the realm of personal narratives and scientific breakthroughs that further illuminate the importance of vulture conservation. Researchers working in remote regions share compelling stories of rediscovery, a renewed sense of purpose emerging from the study of these birds. They recount how the vulture's efficient recycling of organic matter not only bolsters ecosystem health, but also fortifies the resilience of local communities against the backdrop of environmental degradation. As our exploration continues, we pause to consider the broader implications of our actions. Modern challenges such as habitat loss, industrial pollutants, and climate change compound the threats these ancient birds face. Yet, it is within this convergence of challenges and hope that we find a stirring call to action. In extended moments of reflection, the narrative draws us into a contemplative space where science, culture, and human emotion converge. Conservation is depicted not merely as a reaction to impending crisis, but as a proactive affirmation of life. Every rehabilitated vulture, every protected habitat, and every community initiative is a step towards reweaving the frayed threads of our natural world. The battle to save these birds is emblematic of a larger fight to restore ecological harmony, a fight that encompasses everything from local grassroots movements to international policy reform. The final act of our journey unfolds with a measured cadence, a reflective coda that encapsulates our shared future. In scenes bathed in the soft glow of sunrise over rejuvenated landscapes, the once ominous imagery of vultures is transformed into a symbol of hope and resilience. Today, as we witness these birds soaring against a backdrop of clear blue skies, their flight speaks to a future where nature and humanity walk hand in hand. The tapestry of renewed forests, cleansed rivers, and vibrant ecosystems paints a picture of what is possible when we work in tandem with the natural world. In these concluding moments, voices of those dedicated to wildlife conservation resonate with heartfelt determination. Researchers recount breakthrough studies, community leaders highlight inspiring local victories, and conservationists share their dreams for a future where ecological balance is not just an ideal, but a living, breathing reality. Their testimonies remind us that saving the vulture is synonymous with saving ourselves. Every act of environmental stewardship, a community garden, a rescued migratory bird, an educational program in a small village, serves as a building block for a sustainable future. As our narrative nears its end, we are invited to reflect on the deep interconnections binding all life together. The vulture's journey, from a creature of dark myths to a paragon of natural efficiency, is emblematic of the transformative power inherent in every living being. Its resurgence is not an isolated triumph. It is an affirmation of the possibility that renewal and hope dwell within the heart of nature. In the lingering light of dusk, as the final images of majestic vultures merging with a horizon streaked in gold and crimson dissolve into thoughtful silence, we are left with an invitation that resonates deeply. The story of the vulture is a call to action, a call to replace fear with understanding, to shatter outdated taboos with the brilliance of scientific discovery, and to embrace our collective responsibility to protect nature's hidden custodians. It is a reminder that every winged flight, every graceful dive into the unknown, is an act of renewal that has the power to transform not only ecosystems, but our future as well. Let this documentary stir within you a renewed sense of commitment. Embrace the truth that in every sweeping flight lies a promise of continuity in life. Our destiny is interwoven with that of these remarkable creatures. Join the movement, support vulture conservation, and help restore nature's balance.